You know what I'm saying? But they would always let me know. It's like, no, you can do that. Or my dad, I would say certain things like, oh, but I can't do it. And my dad would be like, what did you just say?
Think about it. He is the first rich black kid, really, like, of royalty, where people are like, you're Will Smith's dad. He's the most visible example of it. Like, he has room to fail.
Jaden Smith's situation has taken a freaky, weird turn, and I can't blame him. As Jaden Smith's own mother had an affair with someone Jaden personally brought into their home. His own father kissed him on the mouth on live television while he yelled, "No." And the whole time, the world saw the Smiths as Hollywood's perfect family. This video is about why the internet needs to take a closer look at the Smiths and why Jaden's situation keeps getting worse, not better. So the gay rumors around Jaden Smith did not start on the internet. They started a lot closer to home than that. In 2013, during a press tour for After Earth in Thailand, Will Smith grabbed Jaden's face on live television and kissed him on the mouth. Jaden literally yelled for help, and he even jumped off the couch to get away from his dad's kiss. The host sitting right there called it out too, and the clip went viral and was covered everywhere.
I sense that there's a distance in terms of affection shown between the general and his son.
Absolutely.
Is it like that at home or no?
Nah, really.
We're very affectionate.
He tried to kiss me.
We're very affectionate.
He tried to kiss me in the
Have you ever kissed your son on Thai television before?
You're allowed. They can kiss
Can
my
you kiss
son.
him on Thai
I
television?
can kiss my son. Jaden, come on.
Are you okay?
God, this is ridiculous.
Now you could shrug it off as one bizarre moment, only it wasn't just one time. In a separate interview, Jaden told Hip Hop Hollywood that Will attempts to kiss him all the time on set, after shooting, and just about any place. Jaden described it as humiliating, and Will continued publicly explaining it every single time as a sign of love. Your kid is urging you to quit, man. And he did it repeatedly, but you still kept going.
Try and like kiss you and stuff. I saw you guys on Ellen and you were like
That
alive.
happens all the time.
So even on set he wasn't even trying to
No,
like
not on the set he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set he'll try to kiss me or anywhere else.
Right, we've been down there Will Smith.
Wait.
This is the context Jaden was growing up in. Before the internet began asking questions about him, things were already occurring at home that left an impact. Now let's speak about the moment that converted Jaden's sexuality into a full-on public discussion. It was November 2018. Jaden entered the stage at Camp Flog Gnaw Music Festival and proclaimed to the audience, "Tyler, the creator, is my boyfriend."
In the world, and I love him so fucking much. And I want to tell you guys something. I want to tell you, Tyler doesn't want to say, but Tyler's my motherfucking boyfriend. And he's been my motherfucking boyfriend my whole life. Tyler, the creator, is my fucking boyfriend. It's true. Also the fire marshal said they're gonna shut us down. So if you could just step back a little bit, just so they don't shut us down or whatever. I don't know what that means, there's a lot of you. Tyler, the creator, is my boyfriend, okay? If you take anything away from this show, that's what you need to take away.
He didn't stop there. He doubled down on Twitter. "Yep, Tyler, the creator, I told everyone. You can't deny it now." Tyler answered nonchalantly and shrugged it off. Then Jaden erased the tweet. That removed tweet caused more harm to the mystery than the original post ever could, since now people were much more inquisitive. And when promoting his project Sunset Tapes, Jaden confirmed it again. Quote, "I recently said that Tyler, the creator, is my boyfriend, and that's true." Now, at this same period, Jaden had already begun posing for Louis Vuitton's women's line. He'd been purposely blurring gender barriers in the way he dressed, the way he spoke about himself, and the tasks he picked. So when he made that news regarding Tyler, nobody was entirely startled, but everybody was talking. Fast ahead to April 2024 at Coachella, a video of Jaden and Justin Bieber began making the rounds on the internet. In the footage, Jaden was holding Bieber as Bieber kissed him on the cheek. You recall the viral TikTok trend? Two friends in a room, they might kiss. That's basically all it was. But considering all that had previously been written about Jaden, the internet was not going to let it go easily. The comment sections filled up rapidly, with individuals posting comments like, "Ain't no real man greeting another man like that. Why did Justin kiss him like that? And famous people are strange. It went on and on. One occurrence like that, you move on. But this was piling on top of the Tyler announcement, on top of the Louis Vuitton campaign, on top of everything that had previously been announced. Each item piled on the previous, and the image the internet presented of Jaden began increasingly harder for him to remove himself from. Because Jaden's sexuality had become a popular subject, other individuals began chiming in, and some of those people had platforms. Young Thug said in a Complex interview that he used to take Jaden aside in his dressing area and tell him he was truly frightened because he never ever saw Jaden with any ladies. Jaden's answer to this? He began going out and mingling with others simply so Young Thug would stop asking questions about him.
How were you so able to create your own lane as opposed to just being the son of?
You know, that's something that I tried to do from the very beginning, and it's something that my parents were aware of, and they made us aware of it before, you know, we even found out from other people that there was this expectation on us. They said, hey, people out there in the outside world, they're gonna, you know, say this, and they're gonna say that, you know, you have to live up to our expectations of what we've done and what we've accomplished in our life, and you have to live with that. So we kind of knew that when we were young.
Jaden Smith isn't holding back as he puts to light the reported behind-the-scenes actions between his father, Will Smith, and P. Diddy. Known for his unabashed approach to controversy, Jaden is plunging into the swirling rumors surrounding Diddy's opulent parties. But what's actually fascinating is how he's addressing suspicions about his father's sexuality, generating concerns about what really goes on behind closed doors in Hollywood. Will Smith, the Hollywood megastar, is no stranger to trouble. Whether in his personal or professional life, the four-time Grammy Award-winning actor, film producer, and rapper continually creates news. Controversy tends to follow him, whether it's for good or evil, since celebrities frequently live on the hype around their names. Recently, there have been rumors surrounding Will's hidden sexuality. Allegations arose that he was sexually linked with his male co-star Dwayne Campbell, and YouTuber Trisha Paytas even accused him of manipulating her male dancers.
So I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne having with Will. Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder.
Somehow within that relationship, I lost my husband to Dwayne Martin, and they became better friends than what me and my husband did, and I couldn't understand that.
This isn't the first time Will's sexuality has been probed. In 2016, the late actress Alexis Arquette claimed that Will's first wife, Cherie Zampino, divorced him after reportedly discovering him in a compromising scenario with another guy. In a now-deleted Facebook post, Arquette claimed when Jada comes out as gay, and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked in on him servicing a sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. And there's more to the tale. Jaden is set to unleash some significant bombshells on his experiences and views into these claims. He alluded to a scene involving Diddy at an exotic bookshop, when he witnessed the music mogul examining products that raised eyebrows. Jaden recounted seeing Diddy pick up numerous objects, including a specific item that drew his eye. He was taking things off the shelves, and I noticed one item labeled butt plugs. He recalled, that afternoon unfolded with a combination of interest and fascination as Jaden Smith detailed a situation when he found himself in a room with famous personalities from the hip-hop industry, including P. Diddy. The atmosphere was imbued with a feeling of mystery, and Jaden couldn't help but believe there were extremely interesting things going place that he didn't quite realize at the moment.
He told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child. Yes, he did. Wonder why he left that out of his Tasha K interview.
In that interview, he said a lot. He said
everything but the thing that was important. That he know that Will Smith Jaden. He Bashir and he Meek Mills, and you know it, Bilal.
Rumors about Diddy's sexual orientation have been swirling just as intensely, adding another layer to this complex story. Adding fuel to the fire, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal has come forward with some sensational claims. He said that Diddy has frequently been sexually flexible, describing an event when he supposedly accompanied rapper Al Sabzibi to a homosexual bar. Deal recounted a vivid memory. I know that for a fact because I was right there. He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door and don't let nobody come through." So I said, "I'll watch the door." And while I watched, he and a man ran out naked. His forceful claim of "I'm telling you what I saw" further enhances the mystique around Diddy's private life. Public perception appears to be evolving as well, with many fans now openly debating Diddy's purported attractions. One commenter remarked frankly, "Diddy is gay, Period. No debate. This emerging narrative comes in the aftermath of big occurrences in pop culture, such as the dramatic episode at the 2022 Academy Awards when Will Smith stunned everyone by slapping Chris Rock. Interestingly, Diddy was present to assist alleviate the tension. Right after the incident, he approached the stage and sought to lighten the atmosphere, stating, "Hello, Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now, we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise." It seems like Diddy and Will Smith have been regular companions at numerous occasions, with their connection causing considerable conjecture regarding the nature of their relationship. In today's environment, when varied sexual orientations are usually tolerated, Will's unusual habits surrounding same-sex relationships have raised eyebrows. Even media personality Adam22 said, "Will Smith is a little weird," reflecting a consensus that something about Will's behavior doesn't quite sit right with the public. The issue regarding Will's loving conduct extends to his connection with his son Jaden, which has become a matter of worry among fans. Many viewers find Will's technique of showing devotion with Jaden somewhat unnerving. This view has only increased criticism, with Jaden even characterizing his father's demonstrations of love as strange and nasty. Fans have mirrored similar feelings, with one writing, "Doing this in public still doesn't make it not creepy, it's creepy." Another reader indicated that Jaden's troubles could originate from his father's unusual attitude, adding, "No wonder Jaden became a teenage zombie freak. He was traumatized by his own father."
It's different.
And my daughter had a friend who she brought home from college, and she lived with us, right? And she needed a place to stay. And she lived with us, and I accepted her as now she's been there so long, and we've known each other so long, that she's literally like my daughter to me. Imagine me and my old lady, me and my wife break up, and I start messing around with her.
Yeah, because August Alsina was Jaden's friend.
Right.
Who he brought to the house.
So I think it was, and I'm not, look, I ain't in nobody's business, it's their thing, but when they were talking, well, he was sick, and he was mentally sick, and he was emotionally sick. Now, that's predatory. Let me tell you something. If you're sick, like he's physically ill.
Yeah.
He's emotionally, and then the damage you do. Like, this dude was talking about killing, right? So it isn't just you having an affair or whatever you do. It's that in your wake, because you felt bad, that dude was up behind it.
Still is.
And you can't tell me that if that were Will, he'd never be saving the world again.
However, despite the issues, Jaden Smith finds himself engaged in his own allegations over his sexual orientation. Over the years, there has been considerable conjecture regarding Jaden's love life, notably his short mention of dating Tyler, the creator. While Jaden has not officially verified his sexual orientation, the murmurs remain, showing that he has a complicated connection with the media and his personal life. This interest escalated during the 2020 Grammy Awards when Tyler, the Creator, won his first Grammy for Best Rap Album. Overcome with emotion, he thanked his mother and followers for their everlasting support. During his travel, Jaden turned to Twitter to offer his support for his pal, posting, "My boyfriend just won a Grammy," a humorous hint to their reported prior relationship. Tyler answered with a joking, "You're a crazy man," to which Jaden replied, "I told everyone, you can't deny it now." Jaden Smith has always taken a distinct route when it comes to expressing his personality and questioning conventional standards. Although he has never openly defined his sexual orientation, his prior words and behaviors hint to the potential of being bisexual or pansexual. His attitude to love and relationships appears to transcend traditional categories, which frequently positions him in the limelight for both praise and critique. In sharp contrast, Will Smith's attitude to the notion of Jaden dating a male has been less than encouraging. It's odd to witness Will express outrage about his son's future same-sex relationship while seeming to partake in similar actions himself. Behind closed doors during interviews, Will regularly stresses the value of authenticity, declaring, "You can never be happy being what you're not," and believes that his greatest gift to his children is the ability to accept their genuine selves. Yet these pronouncements sound hypocritical, particularly when he chastises Jaden for not keeping his personal life private, calling him foolish for being upfront about his relationships. Jaden's displeasure with his father is evident, and he has voiced a wish for a new parental figure entirely, notably the late Tupac Shakur. In interviews, Jaden has voiced a wish for Tupac to have been his dad instead of Will, citing a perceived lack of support from his father. He reminisces about the intimate link he enjoyed with his mother, Jada Pinkett Smith, and the way Tupac wanted to marry her, demonstrating a level of understanding and connection that he thinks has been absent in his relationship with Will. Reflecting on his upbringing, Jaden once stated, "I went out into the world and saw how people feel about my parents. I felt pressure I didn't understand. And I'm still understanding more and more every day that they're just a staple in the world and they made people feel a type of way that nobody has ever made anyone feel." Jaden Smith has made it clear that he's still coming to terms with the legacy of his parents and the deep-rooted connections they have to hip-hop culture. In a vulnerable moment, he revealed, "I just didn't understand just how deep-rooted they are in hip-hop."
But it's pretty embarrassing when my dad tries to kiss me on the mouth in public.
Oh man, that is bad.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. We were in Korea. He tried to kiss me on my mouth in the press conference. He tried to make a heart with our hands like this. I was against that as well.
You weren't down with the heart with Dad.
I was against that as well. And on Ellen, he tried to kiss me, and I almost flipped the couch over. So that was a good time.
I think it's sweet that your dad loves you so much.
I appreciate the love, but there's a time and place to kiss somebody.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Adding another depth to this relationship is his sister Willow Smith, who addressed a passionate letter to the late rapper Tupac Shakur when she was only 11 years old. In the letter, she reiterated her desire for Tupac to return, saying, "Can you please come back? I wish you were here. I really do." This heartfelt appeal for her mother's happiness reveals the emotional weight that Tupac's legacy still has in their family. The letter got substantial attention after social media personality Kevin Samuels read it aloud on his show, questioning the intentions behind Willow's impassioned comments. "Women love you around the world, and this is what's going on in your house," Samuels commented. "Your wife is in love with a dead man." He then read from the letter, "Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think my mommy really misses you." His remark placed attention on the odd aspect of an 11-year-old girl writing to a guy she never met, rather than the traditional childhood characters like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. "Why is Will Smith's daughter writing a letter to Tupac?" Samuels inquired. This scenario provides a frightening image of Will Smith's failings as a parent and husband, showing significant emotional gaps within their family. Tupac's sad death in 1996 not only damaged Jada Pinkett Smith, who had a close affinity with the musician, but also cast a lengthy shadow over Will's participation in Willow and Jaden's lives. Given that Tupac was a recognized adversary of Diddy, it's fascinating to examine how Will's association with Diddy may aggravate these already strained family dynamics. In a shocking chat with Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith spoke out about his emotions of envy surrounding his wife Jada Pinkett Smith's strong connection with the late Tupac Shakur. When Oprah raised the question, "Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?" Will reacted openly, revealing the depth of his concerns.
"Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?"
Oh, fuck yeah.
I thought you were gonna say no.
Oh my God, that dude. And and that was in the early days.
Yeah.
That was in the early days, and it was like, that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac, and because we had a little bit of a thing, right? Because they grew up together, and they loved each other, but they never had that, they never had a sexual relationship, but they had come into that age where now that was a possibility, and then Jada was with me. So, Pac had a little thing on that, but she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince, so it was like, I never could, like, even we were in a room together a couple times, I couldn't speak to him, and, he wasn't going to speak to me if I wasn't going to speak to him.
Really?
But,
It seemed like y'all would have so much in common.
No, that's what Jada would say all the time. She was
Right.
like, "I'm telling you, y'all are so similar. You will love him." And I just never, that was a huge regret of mine. I just I couldn't handle it. I was the soft rapper from Philly, and he was Pac.
Right.
You
well,
know
at least
what
he didn't
I
do a
mean?
diss song about you or nothing.
I know,
That would've
right?
been awful.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I was deeply insecure, and just I wasn't man enough to handle that relationship.
So how do you get over it?
He added that while Jada and Tupac never had a physical relationship, their emotional bond was deep. They loved each other, but they never had they never had a sexual relationship, he said. However, when they reached an age where romantic possibilities loomed, Will found himself more uncomfortable. Jada was with me, so Pac had a little thing on that, he observed, indicating how Tupac's presence hovered over his relationship with Jada. However, both Jada Pinkett Smith and Tupac repeatedly insisted that their bond was completely platonic. Reflecting on Tupac's sudden death, Jada once voiced her irritation and wrath, stating, "I really did believe that he was going to be here for the long run, right? And so when I think about it, I still get very upset. I get upset at God, I get mad at him, I get mad at everybody." Given the emotional intensity of Jada's connection with Tupac, some fans have argued that her affections for him were more deep than those for her husband, Will Smith. Adding fuel to the fire, fresh video of Jaden Smith has lately stirred major discourse online, especially on sites like Twitter. A tape has surfaced showing Jaden noticeably distressed, which many have attributed to his associations with Justin Bieber and music producer Sean Diddy Combs. The video was first published by a user on X, previously Twitter, hinting that there may be worrisome overtones about Justin's early career and his encounters with Diddy as a youngster. In the video, there's a flashback film from roughly 14 years ago depicting a young Justin Bieber with Diddy. A notable moment happens when Diddy gifts Justin with one of his luxury automobiles.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
However, the suggestion that Jaden's emotional moment is related to Diddy's parties is simply hypothetical and incorrect. The hypothesis gained popularity when a Twitter user called Josh made spectacular claims regarding Jaden's experiences. This user falsely said that Jaden had been forced into undesirable circumstances at the expensive party sponsored by Diddy. The tweet said, 3 weeks ago, Jaden Smith, son of Hollywood icon Will Smith, made public statements that have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. In this inaccurate allegation, it was stated that Jaden was somehow coerced by his father Will Smith to partake in activities at these so-called freak-off parties sponsored by Diddy. The tweet claimed that these occurrences have long been tied to rumors and conjecture, but it's crucial to note that there is no serious proof to back up these charges. The video that followed these accusations, which depicts Jaden in tears, has been misconstrued. In truth, it was taped months before the charges arose. Jaden published the video on his Instagram account on February 15, 2023, expressing his appreciation to his followers and reminiscing on their shared travels. In the video, he added, "I love my fans. I love our journeys. This family is our fortress. I should write something about emotions and how they're okay or whatever, but honestly, I just found this video on my phone." His sincere letter was designed to connect with his fans, not to show any sorrow over Diddy or the surrounding allegations. Furthermore, to fight the spread of disinformation, there is a community notice appended to the Twitter postings linked to the claims. This memo plainly explains that the accusations involving Will Smith, Jaden, and Diddy about the parties are untrue and unsubstantiated. Jaden's startling charges have forced Hollywood's intricate relationships into the public, asking difficult issues about trust and betrayal. But what if these claims lead to even more stunning accusations? What parts do Willow and Jaden play in this growing drama? Stay tuned as we investigate these developments next. In October 2024, a surge of videos and social media postings appeared stating that Willow and Jaden Smith had exposed surprising details about their parents. Specifically, there were rumors that Will Smith had sold them to music mogul P. Diddy. These charges acquired substantial popularity on sites like Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, generating debate. However, it's vital to stress that these accusations were utterly baseless and lacking any reliable evidence. The rumors came from a Facebook post that soon went viral, stating that Willow had publicly claimed her father sold her to Diddy. This item linked to a story from US Talk News published on October 7th, which further expounded on the claimed controversy. The story said that Willow accused her father of encouraging a connection with Diddy that broke professional limits, prompting emotions of exploitation and betrayal. This tale generated indignation and highlighted various issues regarding the relationships inside the Smith family and the ethical implications surrounding influential persons in the entertainment industry. Despite the dramatic nature of these accusations, there was no real video or audio proof of Willow or Jaden making such utterances.
I was really into that when I was young.
And I look, and I go around sometimes, and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
The movies that propagated these charges sometimes utilized deceptive titles and edits, blending genuine occurrences with manufactured narratives to make a more dramatic picture. The concept that Willow and Jaden had been sold into a problematic relationship appeared more intended at getting clicks and views than delivering any genuine information. As a consequence, the allegations looked to be nothing more than manufactured fables, leveraging the emotional weight of celebrity culture without any significant evidence. Adding to the background of these charges are Diddy's own legal issues. In March 2024, his houses in Los Angeles and Miami were searched by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security as part of a trafficking investigation. This scenario deteriorated in September when he was detained on significant charges, including conspiracy and transporting persons. The gravity of these difficulties generated fertile fodder for speculations, especially when tied to high-profile people like Willow and Jaden Smith. The sensationalist framing of the reports about Willow and Jaden being sold to Diddy may be ascribed to how they were presented. Many of the videos interwoven allusions to Diddy's legal issues and purported freak-off parties, which offered a false feeling of authenticity to the unfounded charges. Viewers lured to the drama of celebrity scandals may readily believe these allegations as true, particularly when they are presented with emotionally charged language. The mixture of truth and fiction in these settings typically causes many individuals to consider spectacular tales as reliable news, resulting in extensive distribution and debate. These videos highlight a bigger problem where social media spreads disinformation. With news being disseminated so fast, tales may change and become inflated, frequently straying far from the original reality. This underlines the necessity for meticulous verification of statements, particularly involving sensitive themes like family relationships and exploitation. The absence of convincing proof in this case serves as a warning to treat many viral tales with caution. Ultimately, the story stating that Willow and Jaden Smith were sold to Diddy has any substance. Despite the outcry it produced, there was no credible evidence to substantiate such charges. As fans and the public interact with celebrity culture, it's vital to discern between sensationalism and fact, especially when such claims might have major ramifications for the persons involved. The significance of these rumors on the Smith family's reputation and emotional well-being should not be underestimated, since baseless assertions may bring genuine grief and sorrow. At the end of the day, it's evident that Jaden has endured his share of pain due of his parents. That much is evident with his dad bringing someone like Diddy into their family. Many fans feel Jaden definitely had to deal with some major challenges. Particularly considering how close Will was with Diddy, there's also the potential that Will knows about the skeletons in his closet, but still decided it was a good idea to introduce such a controversial character to his kid. Fans believe Jaden has already been through enough. One reviewer commented, "I could see it on his face. He wasn't on board with the life his parents created for him for a long time. Now he finally confirmed what I always suspected about him." Some fans even blame Will for Jaden's troubles. One user observed, "Will Smith could fix all his family's problems, including his wife's turmoil, by doing the one thing he's too scared to do: act like a father and set boundaries." What do you think about the situation? Do you suppose Jaden has been severely influenced by his upbringing? Is there more to the story?